Yo, what up dogs, Ignitex here, coming at you at extreme speed with the announcement for the next Let's Play on this channel. As you can see, it's going to be an Egglocke of Pokémon Storm Silver. You know, it's been a whole week since the last Let's Play ended. It didn't feel like it. It felt like I beat Wallace just a few days ago, but nope, it's been 7 days. So yes, as you probably already know, Pokémon Storm Silver is a hack of Pokemon Soul Silver, which you've already played twice on the channel, but don't worry, it's totally different. You know, it's pretty much the same thing as Volt White 2. It's a hack by Drayano, which modifies the Pokemon trainers have. It also some story events. I'd say overall more has changed than Volt White 2 and Blaze Black 2. There's more story progression. There's story progression in Kanto. There's more of a plot actually, so it does add more. But the main selling point of this hack is that it's hard, very hard. Pokemon have competitive movesets, IVs, EVs, you know, all of that jazz. It's all here, and you got really crazy movesets as we saw last time, and you know. I think we all remember how Volt White 2 turned out, because we got swept, so here's hoping this time we aren't gonna get wrecked by Drayano's mad strats. So yeah, the explanation behind this as well, I wanted to get you guys involved, and I thought an Egglocke was a great way to do that, because you create your own Pokemon, you give me the Pokemon, and I see how well they do, like, that's pretty much as interactive as you can get on my channel, seeing as I'm not going to live stream. That's a topic for another day. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But I bet you're wondering, I mean, you're not, because you're only really here to find out how to send eggs and stuff, to be honest. Let's be honest. But because I might as well do it, it's an introductory episode, and what better way to talk about it really is to bring up the rules of the Nuzlocke and the Egglocke. So the Nuzlocke challenge, which you're probably all familiar with now, because all of my Let's Plays are Nuzlockes pretty much. But if you're not familiar, let me just give you a refresher. The first rule is the most important. If a Pokemon faints, it must be considered dead and released or permanently boxed as soon as possible. I'm going to release mine because, you know, it's more emotional. There isn't going to be the temptation to bringing them back. And I just think it makes for a better experience. No exceptions to that rule, unless it's an HM save. We're just about to talk about that, actually. The second area is that only the first Pokemon you see in a new area can be caught. Well, the HM clause is in effect, which means if none of my egg Pokemon can learn an HM move, then I have to get, I can get a wild Pokemon and teach that the HM. But I can't do anything with it except HMs. If I bring it into battle, I've got to just discount that. I might end the Nuzlocke, really. If all my Pokemon die, and somehow the HM slave wins the battle, it's still a loss. So, only HMs. And as soon as I have a Pokemon that can learn the HM, that's from you guys, and is an egg, and is legal within the Nuzlocke, then I have to swap out the slave for that, and never use it again. Alright. And lastly, all Pokemon must be nicknamed so you have more deeper emotional bonds with them, and so that it's more heartbreaking when they die. The Nuzlocke is a cruel thing, really. Now for the Egglocke rules, or Egglocke rule rather. There's only one, but it is very important, so I should go over it. So every Pokemon I catch or obtain has to be swapped out for an egg that you guys send to me in the box. It will be leveled up to match the original Pokemon's level with rare candies, which I will have an infinite supply of practically in the game through Pokegen. Speaking of which, by the power of segues, let's talk about how we create eggs. Okay, so this is what the program you're going to be using to create egg. Pokemon Generator, or Pokegen for short. This is version 3.1.13, so anything that's that or more up to date. I don't think there is anything more up to date, but just use this one to be on the safe side, because I know it works. So basically, you don't have to use Pokegen by all means. If you have other ways of doing it, you can. You can use Pokedit, which is basically an online version of Pokegen. But most of you will probably be more familiar with the Pokegen method, and a lot of you, I assume, will already send eggs and will already have Pokegen. So first, what you want to do is, first things first, file, options, target game, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, because this is Storm Silver, which is essentially Soul Silver, so yeah. The ID you can leave, that'll generate it itself. This has to be basic Pokemon, obviously it can be anything you want, but basic Pokemon, the form you get if you hatch out of an egg, so, you wouldn't get an Aggron, you'd get a Lairon. Nickname, obviously, this can be pretty much whatever you want. Like, I'm not someone to tell you what to call your Pokemon, just as long as it isn't inappropriate and it's less than 10 characters, otherwise it's going to glitch out and the game isn't going to recognize it. So I'm going to call this, it wouldn't be a Lairon, it would be an Aron. Stupid me. I'm going to call this Aron, Bolt. It's very bland, but that doesn't really matter. Origin, Soul Silver, of course. Shiny Leaf. Just leave that blank. You can give it one. I'm not too bothered. Obviously, here you can set the gender. Make it an egg. Make it shiny if you want. Pokerus, you can give it Pokerus if you want. That'd be appreciated because obviously it makes stats grow faster, and we want competitive level Pokemon. Ability, I'm going to give him Sturdy, but obviously it has to be a legal ability that the Pokemon gets. Again, the best one for competitive in this generation, because of course Drayano's hacks are not known for being easy. Yes, have matching trainer information, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, location, can pretty much be, doesn't matter. I'm gonna pick something very random here. Just gonna leave it blank. Ball, put it in a Pokeball. It doesn't have to be a Pokeball. You can put it in a Master Ball if you want. Level 1, leave the day. Encounter caught in a building. Yes, fateful encounter. Yes, as egg. Take egg, of course. I'm not sure if I already said that. So EVs and IVs. You can obviously make them whatever you want, but we want, because Drayano does make hard hacks. We want like competitive level Pokemon. We don't want to beat around the bush with like pathetically weak Pokemon. So just make them competitively viable. Attacks, anything the Pokemon can know at level 1, right? Basically, you know, Egg moves are fine. Moves it would normally have at this level after hatching are fine. You know, pretty much anything, as long as it's legal in Gen 4. This doesn't matter. Leave that blank. So, now you want to save Pokemon from tabs, and attach that to your email, and that's what you should do. So, yeah, speaking of email, send your eggs to ignitexpkmn@gmail.com, that's the email address. Attach your eggs to your email, doesn't matter. Your email can be blank, whatever, you know, like, whatever. I just want the egg, pretty much, the PKM file. Now, I'm gonna open my save file, put the eggs in the box, and that one will be sorted. So, yeah. So, get egg making, whatever the word is for that, I'm not sure. Send the eggs, make some Pokemon, and be on the lookout for the new Let's Play. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to show support by commenting, subscribing, and leaving a like. And with that being said, peace out, dudes.